about your top four and nothing more.
I was trying to get in.
Chat already. Say hello. Say hello. Hey, we are ending 2024, Andy, and yeah, may the force be with you. Merry Christmas. How's it going, man?
Yeah, man, I'm excited. This is going to be a great night. Wrapping up year 3. This is crazy, man. 3 years of this, of you guys sticking around and making this possible. Look, if you guys stopped coming, we'd actually probably still do this. But it makes it a lot more fun that you guys are here. So very appreciative of you guys.
So let's talk about year 3. Hasta la vista. Timmy in the house. That's Farhan. Barry, play me some mountain music. Barry, I see you everywhere. You've got more friends than friends. Fatboys Gaming in the house. Kenneth Bird's in the house. Everybody's saying hello. Hey, so let's talk a little bit about the first 3 years, man. It is bittersweet. We have worked our tails off to get here, and StreamYard paid us off with another re-up this year. So we're going one more year with this junk, at least. And man, they doubled the price, bro. So we need to make some money. They doubled the price. I was working today on getting our merch online. Yes. I'm working on it. I've uploaded our first 2 t-shirts, and it's going to be on Printify. That's where we're going to go with. We're going to go with Printify, and I'm going to work on that some more, and then I'll launch it probably by next week for the new year. We'll have our gear and our merch ready to go. I'll probably have about 15 different shirts to choose from, coffee mug to go, and a couple other things, maybe a mouse pad or whatever. You guys jump on in. And so with that being said, this is our first 3 years. And Andy, I wrote down some old school. I wrote down some stats. Statistician.
I don't like stats, but I like these stats.
You like these stats, but you'll like these stats. So let's start off with the socials, which I find it very unique that Instagram and YouTube are like neck and neck. If we get a new follower, we get a new sub. It's real close. So let's go Facebook first. We have 2 things on Facebook. We got a Facebook group. It's really hard to invite people to the group. You have to individually invite. But everybody go out. You can invite 1,000 people at a time to our page. 1,000 people. So go to your Facebook, go to our Facebook page, and invite 1,000 people. Right now we have 878 followers in the page and 712 in the group, and 636 likes. That's pretty amazing. In Facebook, and there are people out there watching on the Facebook side. Omar, what's up, man? Hello. Welcome to the show. Hey, wait, we do have some new people in the chat before we get going. Welcome to the Summit Squad. This is for you. Now, if you're cool, we're cool. And what you're going to do is, as we run through our top 4 of what the day's episode is, you put your top 4 in the chat. Being a part of the Summit Squad just means you following along. There you go.
Is that good for you, Barry? Barry, is that good for you?
Is that good? There you go. So, yeah, I love that. Barry, thanks for calling him out. Robert Pop Springs, man, we love you, Robert. Thanks for being here. Omar, yeah, man, welcome to the show. And let's chat this. Also, on TikTok, dude, we haven't done TikTok. Let me just tell you, we haven't done TikTok in probably almost a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And we have 1,698 followers on TikTok and over 500 likes. I mean, that's crazy. TikTok's booming. It's exploding. Our lowest footprint is X, Twitter, and we only have 256 people there. But there's some folks following along. That's the only place you can get a hold of Farrell, apparently. He's the only place he likes to be. And so he's probably one of those 256. And last but not least, let's talk about this. Instagram and YouTube, right? Instagram and YouTube, they are almost neck and neck. We have 1,205 followers on Instagram, and we have 1,033 subs on YouTube. We have 298 posts on Instagram, and we have 307 videos on YouTube. They're like neck and neck. So eventually we'll probably start going live over there. Here's what we need, guys. We need some and look, this is the new year. We don't usually do this all the time. We don't always talk about stats and whatever, but this is a thank you to you guys. We really, oh, we're just gonna change them all out. Yeah, I love that. I love that. So we're just gonna change. We have
This one's
had
just more comfortable. This one's more comfortable. The other one is like
So-
really wool.
lifetime, Andy. We have had 94,500 views on YouTube.
Let's go.
This year, we've had 33,000 views on YouTube.
All right.
Last year, this last year, we got 433 subs and 2,300 watch hours. We're about 700 watch hours away from doing what we want to do. We have over 6,000 watch hours lifetime, but it only counts within a year. So we need to get to those other 2 points. We need to get to 4,000 is the point. There's a 3,000 mark and a 4,000 mark. So that's the goals for this next 365. And once we hit those benchmarks, that's when we can start having some fun. By that time, I think I'll be done with my school. You just finished your school, and we have a lot more things dedicated. You can see Zelda's out behind me. Today, I did a little message this morning on Zelda. And look, it's a sermon. It's one of those messages. It's only 15 minutes. Go check that out. Even if you're not Christian, just go help us out and go get that thing popping. Everybody go watch that after the show. And then we were also live this morning for a Friday fellowship, which Andy's been doing. It's the first one I got to join. And just hanging out. We talked about pop culture dogs, and that was fun. And a few other things. So that's kind of what we got going on. And last but not least, hey, look, before anybody goes away, I got 10 of you. Don't disappear. You just sent 1,000 invites. Thank you.
Hey, Bryce, we do see you, by the way. We were just throwing out some stats. I saw you asked if we saw his.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Bryce. Thank you. We love you to death, man. Oh, Omar, Farhan's cousin. Well, welcome to the show. Thanks for being a part of this. We call everybody the Summit Squad. So starting in January, we're going to our video game session. And I just finished nailing out the guests completely. We are locked in for this group. And here we go. Starting off on week 1, Bryce, right there in the chat. He's coming on.
Coming in, man. Starting off 2025. I love
He's
that.
coming on to do Game Boy games. Now, look, he also wants to do a tad bit of Nintendo Switch. I told him Andy isn't probably too hip on the Nintendo Switch yet, so he might just give us his top 4. Then we're going to have Picking Preacher. Listen, this might be one of his last lives to be on because Picking Preacher. Oh, don't go nowhere, Poetic, because I'm about to chat you up. We have Picking Preacher, one of his last lives, because he hit all the algorithm marks. His channel is awesome, and now he is editing for other channels, and so he's going to put a lot of his focus on storytelling. He just told me, and we're going to be one of those last ones, man. So we're over the moon glad to have him. And we don't have a topic pick because he just solidified his date. Retro Rob, another guy retired. He's off the channels. His channel was amazing. He's going to be on the 16th. Poetically Christian Gamer, he's right there. He's going to be on the show with our buddy Jag. They're both Christian gamers. They're coming on to talk about what are the top 4 things that you can do vicariously living through video games. So basically, multiple lives, getting a free man, or flying, or stealing a car in GTA that you don't get arrested. I don't know. Whatever it may be, we're going to come up with some cool stuff. Get to fight Bowser. That's going to be fun. And then kicking off in February, Iowa Christian Gamer. Iowa Christian Gamer is coming on, and last year he came on and he did his top 4 villains. We're going to do top 4 heroes of video games, which I don't know if too much different than characters, because I got my characters list. I'm going to have to come up with something a little different for criteria.
Yeah.
So, and then Mort is coming on. Mort's Garage. Listen, guys, if you don't know Mort's Garage, you are not watching video games. because this is one of the best storytellers in all of YouTube. I will put my money on it. Mort's Garage is one of my favorite channels, and I am ecstatic that he's coming on. We don't have a title completely picked yet, but it does have to do with something on Nintendo 64. We're nailing it out. He's on a quest right now to get every Nintendo 64 game in box with instruction manual, and he needs only one piece to finish it. He has every game of the American launch in box except the Clay Fighter Blockbuster Edition manual. That's it. He's got the game in the box. So he's coming on. That is, yeah, 10 out of 10 right there. He is amazing. And then we have Pac-Man Case and his buddy. We got Pac-Man Case, and we have Retro Wolf, Matt Wolf. We got Retro Wolf and Pac-Man Case. These two guys are best friends, resellers. They're at all the cons. Fantastic. And we haven't picked a topic yet with them. I was just on Retro Wolf's live. He's like, "Don't let me forget." So we got to pick that one. And last but not least, finishing out video games, Andy, RNG Gamer, who just hit 15,000 subs today or yesterday. Congratulations to him. And Retro Cart Collector, who when we first had Retro Cart Collector on, he had like 200 subs. Now he's passed us. He's way surpassed us. And he is they're coming on together to do the hardest video games of all time. So the hardest ones of all time. And yeah, so we have an exceptional lineup for video games. Then look, hey, look, guys, we're already gearing up. Music starts in March. If you're a music fan, we want you on the show. Dave, I saw your message. We did get someone. I didn't see it until about 15 minutes ago, but we did get somebody. I'm glad you're here. And you're welcome. You're welcome to join in with the chat, man. We love you so much, Dave. We're going to chat a little bit about what you got coming up here in a few minutes. So we should hit 5K next weekend. Congratulations. Hey, look, I love this community so much. And we're on fire, bro. We're on fire. I can't wait to see what this next year brings. I expect everybody out there to purchase a little bit of merch. You got to rock a shirt or a hat so you can help support this thing. So listen, I'm not trying to make any money. I'm just trying not to lose it. That's my thing. I don't need to make anything necessarily, but I just don't want to lose a ton. So it's fun to do this stuff. But hey, 16 in the chat. Hello, guys. Stay with us because we're about to start. Here's our let's talk about what we're talking about tonight, Andy.
Yes. So wrapping up with food. This is our last food. You just mentioned everything we're about to get into, but we're not quite to games yet. We're going on to food tonight. And one of my favorite things about Christmas, now Thanksgiving to me is kind of traditional. You got to go turkey, you got to do all that standard stuff. But I don't know about you, but like my family, we growing up like extended family. We're from South Louisiana, which may actually have some input a little bit today. But we did a lot of Italian food. And I don't know if anybody else ate Italian food during Christmas, but it's kind of a staple in our house. I see Specs Appeal. Let's see.
Yeah, we love you, Dave. Omar.
Nope.
Omar, sorry. About an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending. Specs Appeal. I was just in Specs chat earlier today. Man, it's so good to see that you are feeling good again, Specs. I know that you had a little bout not long back, and we've been praying for you. So we love you to death, Specs, and we love your content. Yeah. Yes, Robert's in the chat. Yep. And Barry's in the chat. Bryce in the chat. Yeah. We love that. So, hey, so Italian food.
Do you guys eat Italian during Christmas time? Is that something in your house or maybe growing up or something? So, was that a Christmas time thing for you?
No. Well, we are I was raised very traditionalist as far as the foods go.
Right.
The turkey, the ham, the yada, yada, yada. Now, what I will say is growing up as a kid, Christmas Eve was when my family hung out. And when we hung out, we only did like appetizers and snacks for Christmas Eve. Like we didn't have a dinner because on Christmas Day was dinner time and everybody dispersed to the in-laws. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so as a little kid on Christmas Day, it was really nothing huge because everybody was everywhere else. As I got older, I would go and hang out at Brittany's house, my wife and so forth. And they always had a traditional type of food. We never had any of the off-topic things like Italian or Chinese or whatever. Right. Now, what I will say is, not long back, we started the prime rib, which is a kind of a classic thing as well for Christmas, that you do like turkey and ham for Thanksgiving and prime rib. We did start that. We didn't do it this year. But yeah, that's kind of how we are.
There you go. Always eating pizza Christmas Eve.
I love that. I love that. Well, yeah, Derek, I'm excited to have you on. You had a great episode the other day. Guys, go follow Poetically Christian Gamer.
Yes.
His shtick is that he is legally blind and he's playing video games. He reviews them not only for the Christian community, but for the blind community. And seeing if they're really good. And I watched just this week, he did Star Wars. He did Star Wars and kind of was going through it. And I was just chatting up with him. What about butter chicken? Butter chicken. Yes, sir, Omar. Absolutely. I love some butter chicken. So, yeah, that's just what we're going to talk about. So we're going to talk about Italian food. We got a great guest. We want to thank our guest. But before I thank him, let's get him on the show. Let's get him on. Let's do it. So, look, here we go. Time for this episode. 14 of y'all. Don't go nowhere. Here we go. This is Roxanne. Yeah, that must be our friends. So Roxanne, don't go nowhere because we're about to announce Fatboy right now. Fatboy Slim. This is our top 4 Italian foods. Let's get it. Andy, we were supposed to do cake tonight. And I had some one-liners getting ready for like cake in the songs and engines pumping and you know what I'm saying. But
short dress, and a long jacket.
Yeah, I had some things queued up, but we were gonna do cake with my buddy Paul. He got caught up with some things, family life. He is a new dad and a new husband, so he got married and adopted a child. And it's a big deal, and so I'm sure they were doing some Christmas things that they would have pumped up. But he is the connoisseur, like he is the professional. He goes around New Orleans in the New Orleans area, and he tries all the king cakes. So we thought cake would be a good thing, and he could chat up all the great king cakes because Mardi Gras is coming. And Andy, speaking of Mardi Gras, me, Carson, and Cannon, as well as a couple of my other family members, are all going to be in Saline. So. Yeah, we're gonna be bombing. We're gonna be bombing in Mardi Gras and Saline. Don't come at me with it's satanic and all that, and don't even do that. But we love Mardi Gras, and my family's always in it. So we'll be there throwing all to the drums, and I'll be sober as the no, I can't say that. So but anyways, Andy, let's welcome our guest. So because Paul couldn't be here, I just threw a flyer out. Guys, if you're on our Instagram, if you're on our Facebook, you're on all our places, you might see, I'll ask. And look, we want anybody to be on that wants to be on. To be honest, we can bring up anybody. As long as it's an appropriate topic, we let you guys pick the topic in our cycle, and then we get you on. But Fatboy is coming on the channel today, and he is one of our guys that's been loyal to us. And we saw him this morning. He said, hey, I'm in. So everybody, welcome to the show. Kind of a cue up for the video game series, kind of a mesh, kind of one of those segues.
A good bridge, a very good
bridge. We're going to welcome Nick over from Fatboys Gaming and Nonsense. Welcome to the show, Nick.
Thank you for having me, y'all. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to all your friends.
Yeah, I love everything happening behind you right now. I'm just like,
there's a lot going on, and I love
Rampage. A fantastic.
It's like 42 years of never throwing nothing away.
DJ Red Show. Hey, look, we got a lot of people here.
Yes, that's my buddy from my channel. He's here to check
Hey, so
y'all out.
Charlie, DJ Red, all you guys, welcome.
Roxanne's my mom.
Family.
All right.
Welcome to
What's
the
up,
family.
Roxanne?
I got supportive people, man.
Roxanne.
They'll definitely support.
All right, so
They'll
look,
definitely come support.
we call everybody who comes and visits us. I just gave the stats. We got a little over 1,000 friends that come visit us. You put them all together, we have quite a little bit of a friend. Nightbot, be nice. You're right. Farhan's on Nightbot already. So listen, we call everybody the Summit Squad. We're gonna climb this mountain, this Rushmore mountain together. And this, my friends, is for you guys. Welcome to the squad. Now, I usually do that whenever somebody new comes in. We're not going to do that again until later because we've had a lot of new poops and we've already done it twice. Oh, and football is popping. So, listen, speaking of football, Andy, Fantasy Football Championship, how's it going?
I'm in the championship. It's not looking fantastic right now, but I mean, there's still a lot of games to play. I'm
pulling for you, so I don't have to spend any more money to mail this thing off. Okay, so yeah, pulling for you. And so here we go. Nick, tell us about your channel. So we love the community. We love bringing on people, but here's the deal. We love people to share what they've got going on good at their community, welcoming in their community to ours, and vice versa. And tell us what is so amazing about Fatboys Gaming and Nonsense.
Well, everyone's welcome on my channel. You know, we don't like negativity or toxicity. We're going to try to be supportive of other channels. We're not a competition. The only competition I'm in is having the most fun and making people happy. I play video games I got an Atari, I really don't play it, from that all the way to PS4. Emulation, I got all the handhelds. I got a little arcade machine back there. I make videos of my dogs and just random stuff me and my buddy Charlie Bitty Bites do around here. But yeah, we keep it pretty simple and just kind of have a good life. Have some fun.
What kind of schedule you run over there? When do you play? What nights do you get on?
As much as I can. If I'm awake, I got no yard work to do, I'm gaming. Yeah. So I'm up every day at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I might be streaming at 4:30 sometimes, 10 o'clock at night. It's happening. So lately, me and my buddy have been hooked on that Mario Kart 8. We've been playing with Bryce online. He's been streaming, I'm streaming. We're playing together, same game, having fun, just having a good time.
That's awesome.
So,
I love that. Hey, look, all our new friends,
hop in there.
All our new friends over on the YouTube side, not only am I subbing you guys, but I'm throwing you guys a wrench right now. Welcome to the fam. Be nice to everybody, and you can stay and hang out. We love you. So there's wrenches being tossed. You get a wrench, and you get a wrench. And let's get this show going, man. So we throw it out. We let the guests always pick what you want to do. We weren't doing cake, so when we asked you, you said Italian food. Italian food is your jam? Is you
well, originally I grew up in Chicago, so my family all did the traditional stuff. Most of my friends were Italian, so growing up with Italian grandmas and moms, you see why I'm called the fat boy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, eating homemade food is where it's at, man. If I get homemade Italian food, I'm washing all the dishes.
I like that. A real gamer for sure. You don't play your Atari, mail it to me. I'm game. Hey, so speaking of Atari, I got this. So Cannon. So everybody who likes games, go follow Cannon. Cannon is Retro Cannon. He games online and plays all the original video games for the first time. And so we bought a Raspberry Pi that has about 25,000 games on it, but it has all the old stuff just so that we could do the channel. And so he's going through. He's played Donkey Kong, Pac-Man,
under 14,000,
and just playing the original stuff. So go follow him if you like old video games, Barry. He'll show you some old stuff, man. Barry, what a great time hanging out with you the other night in the rain outside. That was awesome. Yoda, that PS, Spider-Man is nice. Let's get the show going. So, Nick, Fat Boy, you are up first. And so we kind of already understand your criteria since you told us about Chicago. But what made you pick necessarily these four and not something else? Like what makes these your favorite Italian foods?
Probably watching my best friend's grandma actually make these things from scratch.
Yeah.
The noodles,
Oh,
the cheese
okay.
sauces, everything from scratch.
See, your
His
criteria.
his uncle was like the butcher and make the sausages himself. Everything.
Come on.
Like legit. Like straight up legit.
I can tell you.
Oh yeah.
I can tell you, your list is probably going to be a lot more detailed than mine. Because look, I hear that. I love Italian food, but listen, I don't know how the sausage is made. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Andy and Son, Andy was going to jump on with us tonight. He did hamburgers. Great channel. If you love veterans, go follow him. You love card community, go follow him. You love the military, dude. That short that we put out, Andy, was amazing. Y'all.
Oh yeah.
Short with Amy and Son, telling his testimony as he beat death.
Yeah. Amazing.
Fat boy, Dave is shouting your room out, man. He loves it. So Dave's Gaming Galaxy, he's the one that runs a little thing we like to call right here, we do a retro con. And we'll chat that up here in a little bit. Oh yeah. That's last year's, this year's. He is a Sonic fan and a Mario fan, and this year it's Sonic.
Hey, we're talking Italian. We're talking Italian.
It's me. Well, look, I got that.
I got them all back here, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So there it is. So, all right. Well, let's get started. So, Nick, tell us your criteria, and then we're going to go Rosie. Who is your Rosie of foods? But before you do, tell us why you picked these.
Why pick these foods?
So, so for instance, here, the flashback. Here's the deal. So there's a lot of new people here. So this is the gist of our show. If I was to go into, say, New York, right? And I was to say, who are the top 4 best quarterbacks of all time? Mm-hmm. That list would probably not include Tom Brady for most people, because the Giants and the Jets hate the Patriots, because New York and Boston, not to mention Eli beat them twice, and the Jets have to play them every week to get destroyed. So, yes, who are the top 4 quarterbacks? Some people would say, oh, I guess Brady. But most people would say, nah, not Brady. Now, if you are down here in New Orleans, you'd say, my man Drew Brees. Now, so that was the whole gist of our show, is that the Rushmore is not necessarily the 4 GOATs, but it's your 4 GOATs. Who are your 4 favorites? And why would you pick these as your 4? Like, there's a little bit of something. Like, for instance, mine would 100% have Drew Brees and Patrick Mahomes, and I would not have Tom Brady. I would have Peyton Manning for sure. And then my 4th is probably Joe, Smoking Joe Montana. So, like, I would not have Brady. We're talking Italian food. Why are these 4 your favorite? And then we'll get into your 4th.
They're probably my favorite because I gained most weight from them.
Tell us that story. So you were Fatboys.
Yes.
You were Fatboys. You said you
was pretty big.
300 pounds.
Pretty much.
You lost plenty of weight. Which Hammy is in the chat. Hammy also lost a ton of weight, and that's a part of his testimony. Tell us about that.
Just eating food, getting big. I just ate smaller portions and try to eat healthier, eat less, drink more water, exercise. That's pretty important. So yeah,
thank you for shouting us out with that. Yeah, everybody hit that like button before you roll out for sure. All right, so look, what's your number 4, man? What's your favorite food?
Cannolis.
Oh wow!
Right out of the gates, cannolis. Gotta go dessert.
Yeah,
Desserts all day long.
This is a big one, man. Tell us about a cannoli for those that don't know. This is huge.
So it's basically cream filling wrapped around a nice crispy pastry.
Yeah.
And you usually eat it with when you're drinking your cappuccinos. And having a good time.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, this was I was holding on tightly to be a Benjamin, and now it's gone. I was holding on tightly. Yeah. So cannolis, I love cannolis. Andy, do you like cannolis?
I love them so much that they were my number 5. So
They were probably my 5 or 6. So
it's
man,
just
we were
there's
all
so many great savory Italian dishes that it was hard to fit a cannoli in there. But if I was gonna fit one in, absolutely, I love these things. And then they have like different ones. Like some of them have like chocolate chips sometimes in them. Some of them have maybe like a little bit of different topping on it. I mean, the traditional, I think it's like ricotta cheese, honestly, is part of that filling in the traditional sense. And I'm not a big ricotta fan, but for some reason,
but it's delicious.
when you throw it in those things, dude, holy cannoli, man. I'm just telling
holy
you.
cannoli. Is chicken parmesan actually Italian? Yeah, sure. Yeah, possible. Are you using Italian breadcrumbs? That's all you need. There you go. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna throw this out there. I you'll probably hear this more than once tonight. I hate ricotta cheese. It's my least favorite cheese.
Yeah, I hate it.
It's on the bottom barrel of cheese for me. But I do love cannolis, and my favorite cannoli is just a straight up pastry filling. None of the other jazz, none of the other chocolate or whatever. I do like them all, but really, there's a good mixture of that, the pastry and how it's puffed and done with that, and I love it. I love it. Good choice. Good.
You ever had the ones like the mini cannolis? And you can eat like 15 of those and once that just pop them in there, dude.
And this is how I'm going to try and avoid being 300. You know, I'm avoiding it. Yeah.
It's a great way to start the mountain, man. Awesome. I'm so glad they got mentioned today, though. I am so glad.
That is a great way to start the mountain. Now, Andy, I believe I'm next, right?
You are.
This is going to be my last time going second. Video games, you'll go second. And so let me pull up my list. I have it right here. So, I mean, listen. There are a lot of good sweets out there, and you pulled out cannoli. But all 4 of mine, like you said, are savory, Andy. And we might actually kind of fumble between a few of these. And DJ Red Show, you hit something, a target. So as I'm talking about criteria, to me, when I think of Italian, right, I don't know anybody that is real Italian, like, you know, Chicago, New York, in these cities and that are cooking and being actually Italian, right? When I'm talking Italian, I'm talking about a place in New Orleans that sells Italian food, or a chain, right? Or my mom said it was Italian. So these things might not be specifically number 1 real Italian, but to me they are. And I'm picking the 4 that I love and I eat the most because I eat them very periodically because I love them so much. And number 1, I mean, this is coming hot out the gate. I eat this probably once every 2 weeks or so. And if I'm at a restaurant, most restaurants will have this of some sort, and it's always a fallback if I don't know what else to get. But I'm going with fettuccine Alfredo, chicken fettuccine Alfredo, brother.
Let's go.
No.
And it's fantastic with a little Parmesan on top, good seasoned chicken with that fettuccine sauce. My wife makes it quite a bit out of the, you know, she don't make her own sauce or her own pasta for goodness sake, but we purchase all the things and we make it quite a bit. But to me, it's quick, it's easy, and to me, I've never tasted a Alfredo sauce I don't like, and maybe I don't know. There's probably some out there, but yeah.
I love this so much, but unlike there have been Alfredo sauces that I don't like. They've been very few and far between. You took another one of my Benjamins just now,
Okay.
but I love this pick. I absolutely love this pick. You can't go wrong with this one. And like you said, if you go to a restaurant and they tell you, hey, all right, do you want cheese on it? Obviously, it's always yes. And then you're like, all right, tell me when.
Right. It's like the Olive Garden commercial, right?
You're gonna have to quit before I tell you when. Is all I'm saying. You know, I mean, you're gonna run out. So
now look. As a kid, we used to have the shaker. You know, everybody's got the shaker of Parmesan cheese in it.
yeah, sawdust.
I like that, but I would much. I prefer that spinning.
Yeah,
And I think it tastes totally different. You know?
Oh yeah, the sprinkle stuff ain't real. It's
that stuff tastes like, you know, like roofing material.
I think it's asbestos. I think it's what it is. I think it's a little bit of.
Now, Fatboy, you like fettuccine Alfredo?
That is actually my favorite dish of all Italian food dishes. Honestly.
Oh,
yeah. Yep. Well, so we know where we're going there.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Don't give it away. So perfect. Absolutely. So all right. So Andy, chicken marsala with a side.
Y'all want to know? Y'all want to know a fun fact though about Parmesan cheese?
Tell me
according to our FDA, these manufacturers like Kraft are allowed to put up to a certain percentage of wood shavings into the cheese for filler.
And that's why I called it sawdust.
I'm not even lying. That's why it's actually considered sawdust. Real Parmesan cheese, a wheel of it, costs you about $2,600 at the cheapest.
Now I like funky cheese. I do like funky cheese. I will tell you that.
Well, you know, I think I'd much rather a little sawdust than a $2,600 wheel of cheese.
Yeah.
What type of cheese is it that they roll down the hill? Is that what is that? Mozzarella? What's that? Fettuccine?
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
Yeah. That was bad. Hopefully we didn't lose everyone on that one. So
good. All right, so Andy, what's your Rosie?
Well, criteria for me really just comes down to when I look at it, none of my four are like authentic, straight from Italy, right? They've all been Americanized to some extent, which I think, you know, is great because we're a melting pot here, and it's good to see that stuff. So some of my stuff was like, you know, what are the things that I'm eating that I'm absolutely just, I want these things. When I think Italian food, this is what I think. My first one is really going to be, now, just to educate some people, I don't know how many people other than Kirk that we have in here that are from the Louisiana side of things, but there's a huge Italian influence here in Louisiana. You know, you think French, you think even Spanish, Cajun, you know, all these different things. We talk about melting pot. But Italian's a big thing. My whole mom's side of the family is kind of like in that lineage of like Sicilian, Italian, Southern Louisiana, Italian food. When we would go together, and this is what I mentioned in the beginning, when we would go get together during Christmas time, it's a feast around these people, right? And it's always some type of Italian food, right? Is what's happening. And with this first one, it's definitely coming straight from that side of things. My absolute favorite comes in the form of a sandwich known here in Louisiana. You go to weddings and you get little mini versions of
Really?
They're just what I'm going with the muffalata sandwich.
Muffalata.
A muffalata. Now I don't know who's had it, but just so you guys know, it's a roll sliced in half, and then you got ham, you got salami, you got mortadella, so you got 3 different types of meat. You got your provolone cheese, and then you got that olive salad, which is like chopped up olives, olive oil, carrots, all this kind of stuff put together. Toast that bad boy, crispy bread, and dude, a muffalata sandwich is fantastic. I used to work actually when I was in college at a place called Muffalata's Deli, and that was one of the things we were known for. Is having these muffalata sandwiches, but this is a staple down here, and like I said. You go to a wedding, Kirk. I know you can attest to this. And they walk around with hors d'oeuvres. And if that mini muffalata platter is making its way around, I'm grabbing at least 2 or 3. Because something about these muffalata sandwiches, dude. I know it's not traditional Italian. It definitely has Italian ingredients, but then you bring it to Louisiana and you kind of Louisiana it up a little bit. But dude, if you have a shot to get one, now there's 2 things, and I'll say this, and I'll let you, Kirk, add to this. There's 2 schools of this. Some people eat the muffalatas cold, and they're crazy. Some people eat them toasted, and they're the people who are correct, right? And you have to eat it toasted. Gosh, I've had more than my fair share of muffaladas. Oh, Kirk, you're muted. You're muted. You're speechless and you're muted.
I'm just kidding. But so I'll eat them both ways. Is there a third person? Yeah, because I love them toasted. That's the best way. I agree. But there are some foods, and Italian food kind of fits this quite a bit in many of these spaces. That a good leftover right out the refrigerator, just stop by and grab, fits the bill pretty well. I love how you nailed the wedding, because this is a staple at weddings. And I went to a wedding here in Georgia, and they didn't have it, and I was shocked. And I was like, "Oh, is this not a wedding thing all over the world?" I mean, like, but
unfortunately,
I'll just say this: I am of the fan of a muffalata that has excessive amounts of meat and just a little bit of that olive twist. A lot of times when you go at the wedding, it's like 50-50. But those little buns aren't that big. So, I mean, you're getting a lot of olive. And I don't hate olives. I love olives. But to me, I like a lot of the meat, the pastrami or whatever else is on there, with just a little, and that it comes on like a little sesame seed hamburger type deal. Right?
And then that olive oil cooks into the bun and it gets crispy and greasy. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Have you ever had any of these, Nick? Have you heard of this? Is this a Houston thing too or no?
I've never seen that in Houston, but I don't eat out in Houston. Up in Chicago, they used to make that stuff at my friend's grandma's house.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. What in Chicago? It's like what do they call it? Jardiniere or whatever. What's that? That like
hot jardiniere.
Kind of that has like
peppers
and stuff.
It's spice. Yeah,
it's a long.
Yeah, you know what I love when you toast it and that cheese gets a little caramelized.
You pull that little burnt piece of the meat off. Tell me about it. Tell me
something good. All right, man. Hey, so I'll just say this: definitely a Benjamin that I didn't think of, but I just put it on my list as Benjamins, but I didn't have it as a Benjamin. But it is, and you took it. Amazing. That's a good one. I forgot about that. Yeah. Good pick. All right, so we're to number 3 on our list. The second one we're going to talk about, we finally call him TJ Jazzy Jeff. That's Thomas Jefferson on the mountain. And TJ Jazzy Jeff. So this time you don't have to tell any criteria, Nick. You can just jump on why you love this and what's your number 3 on that.
So in Chicago, we're always in a hurry. So when you're in a hurry, you get something fast to go. It'd be the combination sandwich, which is an Italian beef sandwich with an Italian sausage on there, with some of that hot jardiniere and some cheese on top. And you grab and go, and you'd be full for about half a day.
I just got full listening to you explain.
Yeah. Wait, so the combination sandwich
is an Italian beef sandwich with Italian sausage shoved in the sandwich.
What?
With hot jardiniere on it.
Oh my god.
With mozzarella cheese on top, and they throw it in the oven for about 3 minutes. Make it nice and crispy, and then you walk around the sandwich about this big, and then you'd be good for about a day.
So Andy and I were talking. We you guys just went back to back sandwich, right? We were talking sandwich might be a good topic, and now I'm regretting we didn't do sandwiches. I don't know that I've actually had it exactly like that. If I'm honest, when I go to a sandwich place, Jersey Mike's, Subway, any of these big not mom and pop, but big franchise places, they all have some kind of Italian sub, some kind of Italian meats, and I am here for all of them. This, though, sounds like it beats all of them, and I want in my life.
Yeah,
Andy,
that sounds amazing.
Have you had that?
No, I mean I've had. So my parents were fond of cooking and trying different things, and they've made what they call the Italian beef sandwich, right? And I know it's a Chicago thing, kind of like you said, Nick, right? Chicago, Italy, right? Same thing. They made it, and they made the jar, and it was good. It was definitely good. There's something about like tasting something from where it's from. So it's like if you were to make a muffalata or have a place that makes a muffalata somewhere else, it's probably not going to be the same. Something about geography does a lot about it. So I would love to have this. Now I didn't have it with the monstrosity you were talking about, putting an Italian sausage in there too, man. That sounds fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And
Just in the middle
Cherokee
of a sandwich.
girl in the house. Hey Cherokee, welcome to the show. We're just talking Italian food. What's some of your favorite Italian food? You want $1,000? I want $1,000 for your lasagna. Wait, time out. So you want $1,000 at some lasagna or Italian
Cook-off?
Cook-off? I'm here for it. I am
I
here.
need some of that
for
lasagna.
it. Well. Look, it. Yeah.
Yeah, she said yeah.
I'll just say yes. I'll just say yes to that. I want some. Now look, Cherokee, we have been talking for 3 years now. We're just 3 years into this thing that we are going to do a Rushmore of a Rushmore of recipes and make a recipe book, because there's been so many times we've been on here talking about food that somebody said they had the best of something. Look, we're all over a fantastic lasagna recipe. Now, I know you're not going to hand that out if you want $1,000 on it, but let me just tell you, we have some amazing recipes that we have thrown around here. And you're not Italian. No, you can't not be Italian. Come on. Yeah. So
Email me a tray.
Yeah. Look,
I'll sell you.
Yeah. We'll pay the shipping. We'll pay the shipping.
That's not a problem.
There we go. That's awesome. That's amazing.
All right, so I guess I'm up, man. And these next 3. Okay, so my first one, fettuccine Alfredo, was kind of like, yeah, this is what's left after I pick my favorite 3. These favorite 3, every one of them could be number 1 on that thing. So I'm just gonna go in my mind what I think is 1, 2, 3, because I love all these. New book idea, guys. The Rushmore recipes trademark. Hey, look, I'm here for it. And look, hamburgers is a highway. Just letting you know, that is our trademark right there.
Hamburgers is a highway.
Is a highway. Yep. So, look, I'm going to come in, and these 3 are strong, man. Any 3 of these can roll right now. And I am going to go with probably, when everybody says Italian food, this is the number 1 thing you probably think. Well, if you tell any type of person outside of the Italian world, this is probably the one they go to. But I'm going with my favorite is mine, to be honest. I love mine to death. But a good Italian spaghetti meat sauce. Now, look, I'm the meat sauce guy, not the meatball guy, but I'll take a meatball if you do them right. Listen, I'm going spaghetti. And my favorite's meat sauce. I roast all of the vegetables and saute them before they go in, get that good stuff, make that good gravy. But I have chunks and I have minced and I have all that in there. And look, my wife and I, we always get the spaghetti. We've gone down to the wheat type spaghetti. But I think my wife really wants to switch over to the angel hair. She loves that stuff, but a wheat style. I love spaghetti. My family loves spaghetti. And what's cool about it is it's cheap. It can be cheap if you do, you don't have to go all out. And it's easy to make. Almost anybody with very minimal kitchen skills can do spaghetti. So I love it. Yeah. Do you like sauces in your sauce? Yes, I do like sausage in my sauce, but I usually just use ground beef. But yeah.
I love this pick. I mean, this is where, this is what you think of, like you said, when you do that. And I feel like we don't have a list if we don't have this on there. So great pick.
Yeah. And I'm sure, Nick, you like spaghetti at some point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all day long.
Now, look, if it's on your list, don't give it away. No, if it's on your list, don't give it away.
Okay.
Nick makes some really good spaghetti, apparently. Charlie says you got a good one.
All right. So
I
here's
agree
the
with the sugar dash in there, but it works. So, okay, so this is a fight. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind a little sugar in my sauce sometimes. And I have done that. I don't do it anymore because my family doesn't like it. Mine is very savory, but I am super high on the salt and the spices because I'm from New Orleans. It's got a lot of flavor on that side. But there was a time I made it with shaved carrots in it, which gives a little hint of sweet, and you can't even taste them. They disappeared. Just that kind of sweet. But yeah, I've done a few different things. But yeah, I'm not against sugar, but my
Kirk,
family.
do you know why they put sugar in the sauce?
Well, I mean, it combats the acidity. That's
Yeah, cool. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that. So, but yeah, that's why.
yeah. So
My
I mean,
grandparents. So my family, again, talking about going to the family get-togethers. Sugar was always added to it, but I mean, it's not like you put like you're making sweet tea. I mean, you're not putting that much sugar in it. You're just putting enough.
well, you're making northern sweet tea because we're not making southern.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. It's not like you're making Kool-Aid like we did back as kids. You know what I mean? And yeah.
Hey, so look, Cherokee says she has a new cannoli form not long ago. Yeah, so my friend puts carrots in a spaghetti sauce. Cool. It's something I learned about long ago. I tried it a few times. It's not bad. I don't always do it, but I'm usually here. You got to put the Trinity in. If anybody know what the Trinity is, it's not from New Orleans. You should. But it's bell pepper, celery, and onions. Got garlic, and then kind of get some mushrooms. I love mushrooms in my spaghetti. Meat sauce. I usually I usually roast all those and kind of just cook them up, and then sauce enters. I don't make my own sauce. Oh, I do put tomato paste, and I do put chopped tomatoes in there as well before the sauce. I don't make my own sauce. I'm not that guy. I do have a couple certain ones that I like to pick, but yeah, that's my jam.
Yeah. This is a great pick. Great pick.
All right, so Andy.
Yes. Yeah.
Number 3.
This one I actually kind of have a prop for. I'll explain it in a minute. It's kind of one of those things that you got to put it on your list. I mean, again, it's not traditional Italy. Now, the original place ever had meat sauce made with buffalo. I want it. I haven't had it yet. Still waiting. No. But here's the deal. This one, in its pure form, originates in Italy, right? We know it, and the one that I'm really talking about today is definitely the Americanized version, but it kind of goes with my criteria today, so don't hate on it. And hey, man, I'm a youth pastor. What do I eat every single Wednesday night? I eat a fresh slice of pizza, man. Give me some pizza.
Do it.
Listen, okay, so here's the deal. Let me talk about pizza for just a minute. The traditional, like that margarita pizza, right, is just your oil, like your very light tomato and then basil and then some cheese and then you call it a day. And that's kind of like that original one. We've brought it here. Pepperoni in itself is an American invention. It's an Italian-American invention, so pepperoni is not anything Italian necessarily. But we've Americanized it, and I will tell you this. Some pizza has gone too far. Like these chain places that stuff their pizza with chicken nuggets or whatever, let's not do that. But I'll still eat that. But just a nice slice of pizza, man. If I'm going with what am I grabbing? It's going to be a slice of pepperoni pizza, right? Like that's just the standard to me. I do love all kinds of pizzas though. A cheese pizza. You can put whatever on it, and I'm cool with it. There's some places where you go and you get some fancy stuff. There's a place here in Slidell that has great pizzas, and they have like a white and a red special every day. Listen, I'll eat it. If it's pizza and it's in front of me, I will eat that slice of pizza. But we need to address, and thank you for putting that on there, we need to address the elephant in the room. Pineapple is a yes on pizza. Now, I don't have to have it. Let me say this. It's not like my favorite topping. But the people who hate pineapple on pizza grow up. And I may be talking to some people here. But let me just tell you. Funny story about that. In Bible college, I took an English class, and our professor said, because this is just an English class, you don't have to write. You write your paper. It doesn't have to be biblical. It can be just a whatever. It can be biblical if you want. I was like, well, I'm going to write enough of these, theology papers in Bible college. Let me write one not. And it was supposed to be a persuasive. I think it was a persuasive paper. And I took the stance of pineapple is a legitimate pizza topping. And I looked at the science of it, and it's actually the type of acid that is found in a pineapple when paired with the acid in tomatoes actually complements each other and is harmonious. It's not something that's like attacking, this one is combating this and fighting against it and it's messing and everything. It is a great scientific food combination that we need to learn to accept and treat as a traditional, as a legitimate topping for pizza. I do love it. I do love that with the ham and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, pizza is going to be my pick. And I said I have a prop. I do want to show this. It's not really pizza, but it's the closest thing I had to anything Italian in my house tonight to grab. Cheetos Puffs came out with a cheese pizza flavored Cheeto. So that's traditional. They're not bad. They're not great.
I love this. And I'll just say this. I am not against almost any topping. Pineapple belongs on pizza. Who am I to gatekeep pineapple? Pineapple on pizza is great, especially with, Canadian bacon, ham. But I will just say this. I love mushrooms on pizza, and I love anchovies on pizza. But I'm going to tell you, I love all those. If you give me that slice of pizza, I'm eating. I'm not ordering. That's not my favorite way to eat pizza. I would definitely... Pineapple on pizza is Rushmore. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm not against it. I just never order it. If you have it, I'm definitely going to eat it.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
also
exactly right. That's exactly right. I don't know why I'm not ordering it, but at our staff at our church staff, when we order pizza for everyone and Pastor orders all these pizzas, he always has a ham and pineapple pizza, and it's so good.
So that's an interesting together.
I love olives. I love pineapples.
I love both. Has stuffed crust gone too far? I like stuffed crust pizza. I like stuffed crust pizza too. I think pizza's great. It's a staple. We're youth pastors. Absolutely. Thank you. Listen, thank you for bringing this up. Do you like pizza? Yeah.
For me? Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. I love pizza.
Of course. Now, I'll just say I'll withhold my comments. I'll just say.
We had a Friday morning fellowship today, and we talked about this. So
I'll withhold.
I'm gonna grab one more slice of pizza real quick before we move on to commercial.
Pineapple on pizza is cross the street. So here's the thing. I don't understand why people are so adamant against this. I mean, it's like their stance is like boom. Because it's not any different. Like when I was a kid, we used to put the pineapple on the ham to make the flavor, and I used to eat that. Church hot dogs are amazing also. Yes, they are, actually. They actually are. Usually because they're free. And I love hot dogs. So there you go. Cookie-sized Totino's pizza. Hey, don't sleep. Look, these are in my house at all times.
Emergency
Not
pizzas.
Sleep on the Totino's pizzas.
Those are MRE pizzas. That's like
with the square pepperonis,
come on now. Come on.
Oh. Now look, dude, I saw this. Well, you know what? We'll talk about that in a second. So, hey, we're halfway through the mountain. And we are rolling. Andy's got pizza and muffalata. Nick's got cannoli and combination sandwich, Italian beef and sausage. Kirk's got spaghetti and meat sauce, and fettuccine Alfredo. Man, it's a good start. But now it's time to chat about our friends.
Yeah.
And listen, we are so excited about our community. We have 13 folks here. I was watching. We got up to 20 just for a blip. Everybody, go like and help us spread this word, because like today, I've got Zelda behind me. I shared a great message on Christmas, connecting Tears of the Kingdom and Zelda with the Jesus Christmas story. And that's what we really are. We're pastors that just want to share the love and be friends with, not be friends with everybody, but take care of the community. There's so many people out there that need to be loved and cared for. And I just want to share this, that we, obviously we're a very inclusive group, but we're very biblically based in the gospel. And because of that, we've got a lot of friends that are based in the gospel. And one of those friends is up here in Culture Box. And man, I've been following a lot of what they've been doing this week. I was watching Geek Devotions this morning about what to do after Christmas. And then our Retro Rewind guys, they're moving over to a new site and about to launch this new board game and Cellcast. They finished their last episode last week. So this is the last time that we're going to be on a Friday night. So we're going to be able to watch all these guys because they're on a Friday night as well. We're going to move to Thursday nights next year completely. By the way, guys, Thursday nights. You heard it here. Thursday nights at this time. So, Andy, who should we share with the group? Oh, we got a new guy that's hopefully coming on. We voted on, and I think he'll be in. Hopefully, we'll share that soon. But yeah, who are we going to share tonight?
Hey, let's check out our friends Francisco and Paul J. Powers over at the Retro Rewind Podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
Every other week, join the Retro Rewind Pod as they travel back 15 or more years along the entertainment space-time continuum in their mission to review movies and games, establishing what is still worth your time today. Expect fun banter and trivial insights from Francisco, Paul, and rotating guest hosts who are all out of time.
Go check them out. Let them know we sent you.
Oh, you all right over there, Nick?
Yeah, sorry.
So, hey, just FYI, thanks to everybody that shared our stream on Facebook. We've already picked up 10 new followers tonight. We're at 888. Look, you can share a Facebook page with 1,000 people every day until you share with every one of your friends. So if you want to help us out, that'd be awesome. So also, let's share this. So today I shared a message on Zelda, and that's called Reboot, which is our ministry down below this way, right under Andy. The Reboot ministry is just a ministry where we go to conventions and we share the love of Christ inside the building instead of outside the building. And those guys are our guild, and we got their back, and God has a special plan for them. So this is what I'll just say is we have some amazing messages coming up soon, Andy. The first one is going to be you. I'm going to hopefully drive down. It's a one-day event. I got a lot of things going in 2025. I'm hoping to get down to this, but here it is, Peloton. And Peloton is our guys over Corey, the Coreys, right? Not Haim, but the Coreys. They are down doing the Peloton. And Andy's going to be preaching a great message down there. And Andy, do you kind of know the topic at least? Maybe
I'm toying around with a couple different things. I will say it's Marvel versus Capcom, which I was thinking of like choosing the right teammate. You know, like something along those lines. Something along having the right.
Speaking of teammates, there's a new movie that just came out, Sonic 3.
Oh,
Being billed as maybe the best of the series. I haven't seen it yet, so no spoilers in the comments. I think I'm going to bring the little guy to see it maybe this weekend. But speaking of Sonic, there it is, man. Sonic, and if you can see on there, that's Sonic and Shadow. And this is the flyer for Davey. Davey's in the comments. February 1st and 2nd. Let's see if I can get close enough. If you want to scan that, maybe I'll get a little closer. It's at the Lamar Dixon. And if you scan that, you can get to see the Louisiana RetroCon. They will be Sonic and Shadow there. I've seen them already, and they're amazing. And we're going to preach there as well. And hopefully we get to preach multiple times. We were going to talk to Davey about this last time, but maybe preach to the vendors before the show happens and then preach during the show, maybe either Saturday night or Sunday, and kind of just drop that message. And we're gonna do that. And look, these are at the Lamar Dixon down in Gonzales, which is right outside of Baton Rouge. Guys, you do not want to miss these events that we're going to. They are huge. Now, the last one, it's quite a ways away. Somebody asked about it today. I'm excited to hopefully be a part of this. Davey, I know you're a part of this, and several of our friends are a part of it. But we had Scott Enos who is the voice of Scooby-Doo. And he's doing what's called Cajun Con. And if you're not following Cajun Con on Facebook, it's happening in the first week of December next year. And he has announced the craziest set of lineups. Jake the Snake Roberts and Mick Foley and several other wrestlers. I mean, there's like 12 wrestlers, the whole cast of Willy Wonka, the whole cast of like these horror movies. So many. I don't even know. I don't know where he's going to fit them all and be a part of all this. But we actually went and asked him at the end of St. Tammany Collectors Con if we could be a part. And he said it was all booked, but he has a very strong inclination that we can get in if we message him this summer. So be praying for us for that, because that's a big thing, not just for us, but the whole community of Louisiana. He's expecting 40, 50, 60,000 people at this event. It's going to be huge. Now, I just missed what you put down there, but we'll come back to it for sure.
He's got to head out. He's got to head out. So we're just saying bye.
Marvel versus Capcom. The Lord's going to take you for a ride. I love that. I like it. So sorry, guys. I have to go. Great show. And good luck with the rest of it. Lord willing, check in with you guys again soon. Keep fighting the good fight. God bless. Hey, look, Derek, we love you. We can't wait to have you on the show. 3rd week of January, he's going to be rolling with us, vicariously living through video games. So go follow his channel. He's over on the Twitch side right now, but he does have a YouTube. Go follow Poetically Christian Gamer, guys, right now. Like, do it. All y'all have wrenches, you can get right back in. So, Andy, we got to share some coffee, and then we can get back to this.
Yeah. Let's talk about the official coffee of the Rushmore Show.
Let's face it, at-home coffee can be pretty stale. Coffee at home doesn't have to be boring. The Village Coffee is here to deliver the flavor. The Village Coffee roasts coffee every week and sells online. Go to villagebeans.com to order your coffee today and use discount code Rushmore for free shipping.
Well, there you go. We have a promo code. Go check it out. Look, I'm telling you, I just ordered, I ordered some more K-Cups. I normally order the Mexico, but I actually ordered 30 K-Cups, and I got them in a variety pack, 10, 10, and 10. I got the Colombia, Ethiopia, and Mexico. If you like coffee, I'm telling you guys, order from Cade. Use discount code Rushmore. You can get free shipping. He will ship to you no matter where you're at. It's just great coffee, and it's a great cause. It's great people. You definitely want to be a part of that. So we love the Village Coffee.
Hey, last thing I want to share, and this is something I've never shared before, at least in the commercial spot, but I was reminded since we have Fatboy here, and he's new to the channel, but some people forget and don't know. Before you guys head out, if you go to our front page, I have playlists on our podcasting, on sports, on movies, TV, video games, whatever. Broken down in several different places. One of them's broken down in the reboot ministry, but there is another one that is really amazing, and it's our guest hosts. Every single guest host's channel that has ever been on the show, I think, unless I missed one, and if I have, I apologize. Every single one of them is featured in a spot on our front page. Including Dave's Gaming Galaxy, including Bryce J. Dub, who's going to be on this year, including Mort's Garage. You want to go find all the people that have been on our show. Literally, you can go down the list and sub them all. And it would be such a great thing for us. Go like their channels, go follow them, go support them, all of them. We are not into the drama. If somebody doesn't like somebody, oh well. These are all our friends. These are all our people. Go support them right now. If you support us, you can support them. Thank you. Let's get back into the show. So Nick, don't fall asleep on us. It's time to move on. Now we're at the link, and I just did link today, man. I was talking about how link was very much like Jesus, and that's just crazy. I never would have tried to put that together until I did reboot. Who's your link? Which is number 2 on? Well, it's for Abraham Lincoln. Who's your number 2 on the mountain?
Oh, he's muted. Oh no!
Oh! Hold on, Nick. You're muted. Let me unmute.
Hold on.
There
we go.
All right, cool. So this is more of like an appetizer, but it goes good with football. Sausage and peppers, man.
Yeah.
Italian sausage and green peppers grilled up. You just eat them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Simple but easy but delicious.
Yes. I love
So,
this.
Fat Boy, you just said football, man. Are you a football guy? You in Chicago? You in Houston? You a Texans guy? You a Bears guy? You a
I
Cowboys
used to
guy?
watch.
What are you?
I haven't watched football since Devin Hester.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a Chicago guy. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I grew up in Chicago, so I watched all the sports teams.
I wouldn't
Chicago.
watch football either since Devin Hester if I was a Chicago guy. But
Yeah,
I mean,
the
your guys
Texans
got
haven't
painted
been good
fingernails
since
out
the
there,
Oilers. So,
So,
but yeah,
man. So Andy, sausage and peppers.
I love this, man. There is something about just a good Italian sausage. And then you throw in those peppers and onions, throw all that together, grill that stuff up. Oh my gosh, I will just devour it. So I approve of this message.
I just love. Look, here's a soundbite for you. I just love meat, dude. I love it. Like it's amazing. I'm really thinking about going carnivore. I mean, I would prefer to eat meat to sustain state life. I love and Italian sauce. You know what's one of my favorites is when they have like ground Italian sausage and you make it into patties, like hot sausage, and it's bro.
So good.
Because when you make it into patties, you get all that little like that little burnt ends gristle all over it. Yeah.
It's like a smash burger, man.
it's called deliciousness.
And I love a smash burger. You know that. We talked about those already. Charlie, what you laughing about, man? That's good stuff, man. Yeah. Girl, dad, second set coffee. Of course you. So
Charlie calls my house Fatboys Corral. Kind of like Golden Corral.
Charlie Bitty Bites. I'm assuming you're a gamer too. We're gonna sub that channel up as soon as this thing's over with. What are you playing over there? Are you guys playing together, Fat Boy?
Well, he's my best friend. Well, he normally sits right here next to me. But he needs like 4 more subscribers to hit 50 to go live.
You know who we're talking about? Yep.
But
I just subbed him up.
There we go.
But he's hooked on that Mario Kart 8 and some Pokemon stuff, and more simpler, laid back stuff. Not like be rumble hardcore and everything. But.
Yeah, I love that. What's your go-to game, Fat Boy?
Mine, if I want to have guaranteed fun, no matter what, and the one game, if you put up in the air, everybody want to play Mario Kart.
Yeah. Yep.
Everybody's out for Mario Kart. Everyone's out for Mario Kart. It don't matter which one it is. You
It's
pull
the
out Mario
perfect
Kart,
party game.
somebody
It's
wants
like
to
the
play.
perfect party game. It is. It is. It's the perfect party. Sub 50 to Charlie. Let's go. Let's get Charlie up there, man. So, Charlie, if you ever want to be on the show, let me know. So, and I'll put you in the whatever. DJ Red, same with you, man. There go, Charlie. There's the subs. Let's get it. Let's get him to 100, man. Speaking of that, Retro Cannon is 6 away from 100 before today. Retro Cannon. I'm gonna put this in here. Go, you guys. Go sub him. He would be.
Hey, Girl Dad is 1 from 100. We're at 99.
That Retro Cannon and Girl Dad Rad. Go sub those.
Girl Dad's in the comments, so you just click on it and go sub.
Here, wait. I'm gonna send a message from him while I'm talking. So, so let me get into my link.
Let's do that.
Listen, Cherokee, where you at? Is Cherokee still out there? Cherokee, Cherokee, I hope you're still out there because I'm just gonna let you know. My number 2, my favorite Italian food of all time. Here it is. It's lasagna, and
come on.
My favorite lasagna though, and this might be like anti-Italian, if you will, because I'll eat any lasagna, veggie lasagna, whatever. But I'm not a ricotta fan, so a lot of times when I'll eat that lasagna, I'm like, oh man, I kind of eat around the ricotta. If it's just lightly in there, I like it, but like just way too much, I just get overdone with. Let's go, 100 subs. There you go. So, but if you, here's my favorite, and again, this might get me kicked out of the Italian stream. Stouffer's.
Oh my gosh.
Stouffer's makes an all meat lasagna, and I will literally eat the whole family pan. Listen, that crust around the outside. And again, it eliminates the ricotta. It's got 3 meats in it, lots of cheese. But I'll get it at any restaurant I go to. I'll always look for the lasagna, see what's in it. Lasagna is definitely my second favorite. Love Garfield because of it. Man, let's go. I'm talking lasagna. Number 2, my link.
This is so good. And the world knows that the best slice of lasagna is the corner slice. The world knows it. That crispy edge of burnt cheese and like noodle that gets so burnt that it becomes uncooked again. Like,
yes,
that raw.
That is an amazing way to say that. It's become uncooked.
It like overcooks to where it reverts back to its pure form. Yeah, that is so good. And I'm just like you, man. Ricotta is not my thing. But what I found out is ricotta is not a traditional. A traditional lasagna does not have ricotta, from what I hear. So
really,
yeah, I think that's been a thing that we've added over time, and I'm cool without it being in there. So no, I will eat it. Cool. I'll eat it. It's okay if it's there, if that's what we have. But I definitely prefer not ricotta in mine. Yeah. So, what about you, Nick? You like these ones?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like anything has food in Italian, I'll pretty much eat it.
That's a good pick, man. That is a really, really solid pick.
Love it.
I'm surprised it's your number 2. I think I know your number 1 because you told me you're going to reserve comments. But that's cool. So I guess then I'll move to mine. My link. I'm going to go into mine. And dude, there's no way of getting around this one. I just got to do it. I'm going spaghetti. Now it's kind of a Rushmore, but I do prefer the meatballs, right? But I'll eat meat sauce. It's totally fine too. But yeah, spaghetti and meatballs or meat sauce, man. That is where I'm going with mine. So, much like you, my wife makes the sauce here. Roasts the tomatoes, roasts the onions, roasts the garlic. Mixes it all, purees it, puts the tomato paste in it and tomato sauce in it, adds the seasonings, cooks it down. It is the bomb. It is so good. I don't want ragu. I don't want any of this stuff anymore. I'm not above it, right? If it's there, it's what it is. But now that she started making her own tomato sauce, it's so good. But yeah, man, it's simple. It's comfort food. It's it's something that, you start to love as a kid and you just continue loving it as you grow up. It's nostalgia. It's everything wrapped up into a nice bowl, and you can't go wrong with spaghetti and meatballs, man. It is perfection in a bowl. It is so good. So I'm
Rob's
not belabored anymore.
Is in the house, and this is the inspiration to Fatboys nonsense, is what I hear. Welcome to the show, Rob's Retro Gaming. And look, we have Retro Rob going to be on the show in 3 weeks. So that's kind of a space-time continuum. But Rob's Retro Gaming, welcome to the show. We have lots of gaming coming up, and thank you for being here. I'm going to send you a wrench here in a few seconds. But welcome to the show, and you're a part of the Summit Squad. We are talking Italian food. So, bro, only thing I'd ask, I've already talked spaghetti. So let me ask you, you said you'd rather the meatballs. Are you okay with the pre-packaged, pre-purchased Italian meatballs, or do you want the
No, for those, I'm okay either way. I mean, I think at the end of the day, if you put me in a taste test, I'm going to like homemade meatballs better. But when you get those just frozen bag of meatballs,
what I'm asking you, do you prefer the ones that are pool ball sized, or do you want
no, smaller, much smaller? I don't want, when they get too big, the meat gets a weird texture, consistent.
So when I was a kid, my aunt made it with pool ball sized meatballs.
No, see, I don't want that. I want smaller.
I'm not a fan. I'm chopping that up and making it meat sauce. It's just so good. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, Rob.
Now, I'll say this. Back in the day, we had a friend turn us on to. Now this you're gonna be like, what the heck?
Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Sorry.
There you go, just like that. But they turned us on to putting boiled eggs in our spaghetti.
So I've heard this, and I've never
it's
done it.
not bad. And I think it was a thing like when meat was too expensive, like it was a poor people thing. Like you just add that so you get your protein, you get whatever in there. I'll say this: I'm not like wanting that like exclusively, but
I can't imagine that it's bad.
It's good, and then actually, if you break up the egg and that yolk kind of it thickens the sauce pretty good. It's actually not that bad. So
Rob, we just subbed, and we're throwing you a wrench, man. Welcome to the fam, and thank you for being here. You are now moderator. And look, moderator to us is just, hey, you're part of the family. You keep it cool, we keep it cool. We'll definitely support, though. I haven't hit the bell or anything yet, but we will try and find you as much as we can. And you're welcome to be on the show. We're doing video games all January and February. Look, we've talked spaghetti. Nick, do you prefer? Now I don't know. You still have one more pick. You might pull spaghetti out. No, you already said you're number one, kind of. But do you prefer meat sauce or meatballs?
I want both, and I want Italian sausage in there with ground Italian sausage also.
See, I am that guy too. I like both. I like both. I just like
all of it.
Oh, I like a both, but I'm rather. Yeah. So.
You can't go wrong.
We are to the George, and look, you're up. You've kind of mentioned it already. I don't know if you're going to hold true to it. So I've already got the button ready. What's your number one? Your favorite? Your George?
Spaghetti.
Oh,
he changed. He went.
He did. Spaghetti. It's easy to cook, like you said. You can teach a 3-year-old to cook it, so you can sit back and relax. Anyone can make it. It's affordable. It's like, it's just a place to be.
That's a great pick. Obviously, we talked about it, but this is the next question to ask because this is where there's some things. What's your ratio?
Did you just become a regular? That's what. Did we just make ourselves friends?
Well, here's the thing to ask. What's your ratio of sauce to noodles? What do you prefer?
Sauce to noodles? I mix it all together.
Okay,
so everything is coated. And there's you always have a little extra sauce on the side, put on top, because you gotta be.
Do you cook it to where you have the noodles and sauce together, and you just scoop that in a bowl, or do you have noodles in one and sauce in another?
I cook all the noodles, and I cook all the meats. And I combine the meats with the sauce. I combine it all together. I leave some sauce on the side, put it on top. Okay.
Yeah. So they are cooked separate. They're not.
Yeah, but that makes them all together.
And then you mix them personally. Yeah.
I'm gonna straight up say this. Listen, and it doesn't offend me, but my family would absolutely go crazy. If they come over and you already have the spaghetti mixed or the fettuccine mixed or the whatever it is mixed, and it's a pasta and it has some kind of sauce on it, and you have it mixed, they might not tell you straight up, but they'll be like, why is this together? Because I'm going to tell you, like when I do, one of the first times, so when you're single, right? When I was single and just kind of living on my own and doing my own thing, I used to make my own food and I just put it all together just exactly the way I wanted to eat it. Made it easier for me to pull it out and eat whatever. I don't need to mix it all together. I did that one time and my wife was like, livid. Why did you do this? And I had a flashback to when my sister said that as well. It's kind of one of those non-talked about things. I'm a 50-50 guy. I'm a 50-50 with almost any noodle, almost any rice. If there is a sauce that goes on a noodle or rice, I'm almost a 50-50 every time. Almost every time.
I'm a little bit more.
The one that I'm not, Andy, is red beans and rice. I want more beans than rice.
See, and I'm the other way. I always want. I'm probably and 70-30 is probably a little bit too heavy on one end to the other. So maybe I'm like 65-35 guy, noodles to sauce. I don't know why that it is what it is there, but
Omar, welcome back, bro. Welcome back. We're finishing up this mountain. We're to our George, which is number one. What's your favorite Italian foods, Omar? And Rob, do you have some favorite Italian foods? Drop them in the comments.
Yeah.
I'm 50-50.
I like it. I'm not hating on it.
All right, so I'm gonna go. Here's my number one, the George. And listen, I'm just shocked everybody picked something different than this, but I'm going pizza. Look, man, pizza. It is look, and I get it. We don't eat real Italian pizza. Well, you may eat real Italian pizza, but for the most part, if you're getting Papa John's, Pizza Hut, CC's, Marco's, or Domino's, or any of these other chains, it's very Americanized, and I get it. I love a good slice of Chicago or New York style pizza. They're slightly different, but big, large, like fire cooked pizza. I ate Blaze Pizza yesterday, which is one of my favorite places where you can kind of just Subway it up and pick all the different things. It is true Italian pizza, the margarita. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm a meat guy, like I said. Like if I'm ordering the pizza for myself, I'm getting the meats, right? So usually triple, quadruple, whatever. It's the bacon, the sausage, the pepperoni, sometimes the meatballs, sometimes whatever other meat you got, with lots of cheese. And I love that. I do like adding a few onions and a few mushrooms sometimes. I do like adding black olives sometimes. But mainly, if I'm ordering by myself, just getting the pizza I want, it's the meat. And I'll eat the pineapple. I'll eat the anchovies. I haven't had an anchovy pizza in so long. But as a younger person, I was like, what is the big deal? I ordered it one time. And I was like, oh, this is good. I like anchovies. They're just very salty. And it adds a lot of salt. But, pizza. Now, look, here's a little twist to the pizza. If I go and eat at a place where I'm sitting down and eating pizza, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not ordering it from like Domino's. It's showing up at my door or whatever. I'm not eating it at the youth, gathering. If I'm sitting at an Italian restaurant, quotations, like Italian pie or even one of these places that has this, I am getting the calzone. Okay, so I'm not always which is just pizza flipped on its side, wrapped up, and lots of meats and stuff. I usually get the calzone, which is much more heartier for me. I just love that. But I'm going pizza.
Yeah, I knew this is where you were going. This is what you talked about this morning on the Friday morning fellowship.
And it was easy. It was like, yeah, I got that.
Yeah, this is a great pick. Now, here's the other thing. You said that your family will freak out, with the pasta already mixed. A couple things about pizza that I want to share. Number one, when we go to Argentina has a large Italian influence, believe it or not. So there's a lot of pizza restaurants there. Now, their pizza is a little bit different than what we're used to here. They put olives on their pizza because olives are really big over there. I mean, like whole olives with the pit in it. Like you have to chew. It's crazy. They put the roasted peppers on it. But the team members that we go with, two of them are from Brazil. And they say a traditional Brazilian thing to do with your pizza is to put mayonnaise and ketchup on it. It already has sauce on it, but you also put mayonnaise and ketchup on the pizza, which is just wild to me. I haven't tried it. I know Barry likes mayonnaise with his vanilla wafers, but I don't know. I don't know about the mayonnaise and ketchup on the pizza that already has pizza sauce on it.
But couple things. I love that. This is the last time I'm going to show it. Here's Retro Cannon. He's 3 away from 100. Here is Girl Dad. Just broke 100. Way to go. And check out this. Fatboys 2 away from 800. We've got 12 people in the chat. Somebody out there, go sub these guys. Get them to their benchmarks. Thank you. Now, we mentioned this in sauce. I love ketchup. I love mayonnaise. And
on
ketchup.
Pizza, though?
I'm not putting it on pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, here's the thing. It's not a go-to for me for pizza. But now that you say it, I'm going to try it.
They swear by it, man. They swear by it. I'm telling you.
I'm going to try it.
What about barbecue pizza?
Love it.
Barbecue chicken pizza? You like
Love
that?
I'm weird with barbecue sauce.
But he doesn't like barbecue sauce.
So in Chicago, we had it was a chicken ranch pizza. The sauce was ranch dressing with chicken on it, with onions and the tomatoes and cheese, and then it was like olive oil like sauce. First before the it was delicious. Good stuff.
If it's light enough barbecue, like to where it's not like I'm just eating barbecue sauce on bread, then I'd probably be okay with it.
Usually, if it's done right, it's like a thin coat of barbecue sauce.
Yeah, that's okay. I can probably get that.
It's not like you're just drinking barbecue sauce. You know what I'm saying? You know, I could.
Yeah. Charlie says he don't like barbecue either.
I love barbecue.
Mayo and ketchup on pizza. Nah, listen, we have tried a lot.
From Texas.
Speaking of, Barry, he's out there somewhere. He challenged us to eat vanilla wafers and mayonnaise, and there's a video out there. Go watch that. Rob, Retro, and Charlie Bits. You guys go watch that video since you're new around here. Omar, go watch that video. That's a funny video. And so I'll try it. I'll try anything. Edible. I'll at least. Listen. I've said this in the chat. Somewhere in the world, somebody likes these things. I want to know why you like them, and I'm going to tell you why I don't. And I'll try it. I will try it. I'm not a picky eater, but there are some things I don't like. Ricotta's one of them. Eggplant. I don't really like eggplant. It's just one of those things. Yeah, and so we'll see it. I can't believe anybody doesn't like barbecue sauce.
It's not that I don't like it.
You just don't like. But you don't like wet sauce on your meat.
No, I want dry rub.
You don't like it, and you like the dry rub.
We got to rip that one for sure. No, I like dry rubs. I like dry rubs, but either way.
Yeah, chocolate gravy and biscuits. Say what?
Chocolate gravy and biscuits?
Okay.
That sounds like a Limp Bizkit.
I'm looking there. DJ Red. I'm assuming DJ Red is the guy with the reddish beard, but that guy next to you, that's a nice little beard there.
It is like a solid color. It's
nice.
like Steve Harvey's mustache is a beard. It's just one. There's no different. And that's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Oh.
Steve Harvey's mustache has a beard. That's another clip. Yeah, there you go. Hey, so Andy, who's your George? Do we have a we combo in? Combo number 5.
We are not going to crush more because it doesn't matter if I go into an Italian restaurant. I don't even look at a menu. I never look at a menu. All the ones that I mentioned before were things that either muffalata, like obviously.
Oh, I know where you get it. Hold on, it's been said before already, hasn't it?
Spaghetti and meatballs, that's homemade stuff that I like to eat. I'm not ordering that typically at an Italian restaurant. Pizza Wednesday nights or just at home Fridays, football, all that kind of stuff. But if I go to an Italian restaurant, it doesn't matter if it's fancy, it doesn't matter if it's low end. I don't even look at the menu because I already know what I'm ordering. And I don't normally do this at other restaurants, but Italian restaurants, I definitely do it. You're giving me the chicken parm. Chicken parm is, there it is. It has been mentioned. It is the GOAT of Italian foods. I love it. That breaded chicken breast is thin, it's fried, and then you're going to get it essentially with spaghetti and red sauce anyway, right? As a side or on top of it, either way. But I love chicken parm. Chicky parm. That's what we call it. It is the top tier, number one. It's fantastic. It's so simple. It's not going to wow many people, but chicken parm, bro, it is fantastic. We made it here. Don't give me eggplant parm. I like eggplant, but it's never great as eggplant parm. I'll say veal parmesan is good. Veal parmesan is good.
He wants the meat.
But I want chicken parm. Chicken parm is number one. It was no doubt when I was saying that when we put this list together. You can ask my wife. It's like, I don't eat Olive Garden. I don't care. I'm not looking at the menu. I know exactly what I'm getting. Chicken parm. I don't care if you have new specials. I don't care if you got a soup of the day. I don't care if you got this. Chicken parm. It's number one.
So speaking of that, I'll tell you, I love chicken parm, and I hate myself for this, but I didn't even think about chicken parm until DJ Red Show put it up there.
Yeah.
And I was like, as well as muffalata. You know, usually we have more time than a couple hours, and I usually do some better research. And chicken parm is amazing. I don't know that it would have cracked my top 4. I still like my top 4. It'd probably be number 5. And then cannoli would probably be number 6, which was taken. So I love this pick. I love this draw. Now look, here's the thing. Rolling back. And I'm trying not to make as many sound bites with the word meat as possible. But when it comes to meat, right? I love when, and just the same with bread. When there is a good sauce that you dip it in, right? And like you don't like sauce as much, but one of my things is like this already comes covered in sauce. And I am just twirling it around in all that red sauce.
Yep.
I'm stabbing up and getting some of the noodles. I'm probably even squishing it inside a piece of bread if I can. And
chicken parm sandwich is.
Oh my gosh! And I just love. This is one of my favorite things to do when I eat bread on the side and dipping and meat in the sauce. It's like there's just something about it, and it's fantastic. And this is a great pick. Somebody in there, DJ Red said who this guy with this amazing beard is, Demon Jones. And I pulled this guy up. Man, this guy's beard is rocking. Let me just tell you, this guy he's on point with this thing. Look at that.
Look at that thing.
Man.
It becomes his shirt. It becomes his shirt.
Now, DJ Red, what kind of music is this? Oh, the Beast. Look at this. Demon Jones, #Beast. That's kind of cool picture. What kind of music does he sing here? I don't know. I figured Andy would know. I mean, Andy knows more music than I do.
I haven't heard of this.
All right, man. He's from Carolina, it looks like. Or he's in Carolina. I don't know. Demon Jones, he's on tour. Yeah. So there's our mountain. All right, Nick. You ready? We're going to do our second half of the mountain, and we call it the Benjamins. Now, here's the catch. We got some new fans in the show. Here's the catch. Whenever you come and visit, you're going to have a top 4, but you're going to have a second round, and these are our honorable mentions. Now, here's the catch. You cannot mention anything that has already been mentioned. So it gets a little harder. It's a little gamesmanship. Let's do this. This is our honorable mentions. We call them Benjamins, like Benjamin Franklin. Here's all about the Benjamins. Let's get it. Now, Nick, this isn't necessarily a lightning round like it used to be, but it is a little bit faster in nature. Now, we're going to go through, and you can pick anything that wasn't said already. And I have the list here to make sure that we keep to it. So, Nick, you rolled with spaghetti there, and he got chicken parm here. So, and pizza, right? So, pizza, lasagna, spaghetti, fettuccine Alfredo, sausage and peppers, combination sandwich, cannoli, chicken parm, and muffaladas are off the board. You can pick anything else. All right, so here we go. You're up first. Right. What is the
going back to sandwiches? Sandwiches. A meatball sandwich with mozzarella cheese.
Fantastic. I love that.
I love it. All right, I'm coming in hot. I didn't pick anything sweet, so I'm going to go here with sweet. Tiramisu.
God, dog it.
Tiramisu, man. I love sweets, man. And if cannoli's off the board, I was hoping you were going to take 2. Tiramisu is going to be my number. I mean, you've already got my 5, 6, 7. This is about my 9. So yeah, tiramisu.
I'm not picking a sweet now because it was only either going to be that or tiramisu, cannoli or tiramisu. I hate those Italian cookies, wedding cookies. I hate. They taste like black liquor. They're horrible. Anyway.
Oh yeah. I'm not.
So anyway, there goes the sweets. I'm gonna go for my next one, and maybe I'm cheating here because I'm taking like the whole genre.
No,
but I'm going bread. I'm just going with bread, like table bread, like that stuff. It doesn't matter if it's bread sticks. It doesn't matter if it's just that loaf of bread that you've got on your table when you're eating an Italian family dinner.
I got so mad I knocked the light over. Listen, I'm like putting stuff in, and I'm like, okay, give me all the list. And I was like, tell me main pasta dishes, pizza variations, rice, blah blah blah. So I put in this list, and it brings up a few different breads, right? And you probably have mentioned these. And then I said, and I'm so stupid. I felt dumb after I said this. Okay, I said, what do you call the type of bread at Olive Garden? Breadsticks. It's breadsticks. I thought it might have some Italian name. Breadsticks.
No, breadsticks.
Yeah, listen, I love any bread, and Italian has good bread. Good job. I like it.
Yeah. I just had to do it. So it's table bread, whatever you want to call it. Like that stuff that you get at some, and if you go to like, I think it's like Macaroni Grill, and they give you the olive oil that you can just dip that bread.
Dude, have you ever been to, gosh, what is it? The little place, it I don't know, but it comes with like this olive dip, this olive oil dip, and you get this bread, and it's like just pulled French bread that you keep dipping in it. Gosh, what's the name of that place? And it's an Italian joint. Anyways, I'll think of it later.
Yeah. All right. So I get back-to-back picks. I went bread with that one. I'm gonna go with chicken marsala. Chicken marsala is a fancy. This is my fancy that I'm going with here, but it is so good. It is so good. Chicken marsala.
All right, man. So I'm coming in with another pick. I'm gonna go with the easy one, man. And I love this out of a can. I love it fresh. I love it filled with different kinds of meats, especially shrimp. But I'm going ravioli.
Mm-hmm. Good one. Good pick.
Good one. All right. So hey, look. So Nick, you get 2 picks.
2 picks. Okay, so tortellini Alfredo.
Whoa.
Great pick. That was between that and ravioli.
And then panini Tesserini.
Oh, panini.
Yeah.
Gosh. See, I don't like being so unprepared. These are so many good foods that I would have on my list. Yeah.
Google. Italian menu.
I still like my list, though. I still like my list.
I can't remember the names.
All right. I'm going to go with a good baked ziti.
Okay. All right. That's a good pick. My parents made baked ziti, and for whatever reason, I can never get into it. I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay. I like baked ziti. Yeah.
All right. Well, I get my last 2, and I got 3 to pick between because so many of mine have been taken. I'm going to go with I just love this one. I had this actually twice last time I was in Argentina. Again, I said big Italian influence there. And then we make it at home too. And I'm going with gnocchi. Gnocchi is fantastic. They're little like potato noodle things that oh my gosh, those things are good.
So that one was in the bread and section for me. So it's like a potato dumpling served with sauce. Yeah.
It's like a dumpling. Kind of like a dumpling. But that soup you can get from Olive Garden that has the gnocchi in it, the zuppa toscana. My wife just made some for us, like homemade stuff. Oh, so good. Anyway, I'm going to do that. And then the last one I'm going to do, okay. I've only had this really once, and I'm really mad that I've only had it once. But I want to make sure that I'm saying it right. Because, I'm saying it right. Okay. I'm going with an arancini. Arancini is basically this meatball that's wrapped in rice, and then it's like battered and fried. And then they put the sauce over it. Arancini is so good. And I'm so mad that I've only had it maybe like one time. I love this. Real quick, let me just throw this out there. Barry said Hot Pockets. He put that on his. So that's about as Italian as you get in Auburn, Alabama, I guess.
It's a calzone. It's a calzone.
It's a calzone. I look. No argument.
That's
no
his type
argument.
of calzone. Yeah. Oh God, I love that. That is so fun. Yeah, I'm gonna go with chicken carbonara.
Yeah, very, very good. Very good.
Chicken carbonara.
Egg,
you know, it's yeah. Bacon, eggs, creamy sauce. Love it. Chicken carbonara.
That's a really good pick.
Last pick. So we call this the Brock Purdy, man. This is the
Mr. Irrelevant
of Italian food. Last draft pick. What you got, Nick?
All right, so this is more of a side dish, but Popeye will be proud. Sauteed spinach, which is olive oil and garlic sauce and just spinach sauce.
Really? Okay.
my
Sounds
daughter's
strange, but
favorite
delicious.
food is freaking spinach, dude.
She'll
Favorite
love it.
food.
She would love it.
Yeah, it becomes his shirt. I'm reading all this. Country rap. Oh, so he's country rap. Wow. I am down with that. So he's a God-fearing man from Georgia. I need to meet this fella. Demon Jones. Uh, I'm down for it. I like rap, and I like when it ventures off into other genres. Sign me up. Yeah. My stepdaughter used to make baked ziti. Yeah. So I'm just catching up with the chat. So man, great, Nick. Thank you for being on the show, man.
No worries. Thanks for having me on.
Before you head out, we've got a lot of your friends in here, but we've
Yes,
got
I
a
do.
couple of our friends. Share with the group where can they find you? What's your schedule like? How can they find, like, what's your channel? What you got going on? What game are you playing? Share. It's your turn to share and get some friends over there.
My channel's Fatboys Gaming and Nonsense. I play all types of video games. My buddy is in here, Charlie Bitty Vice. He's over playing games with me. We also game online with Bryce, who's also in the chat. And we just basically play games, have open little rooms. People come join us and just film and have fun.
Nice.
Just have a good time. Everyone's welcome. You know, we keep all the negativity and toxicity out of it. And we just want to build a giant community of cool people that have fun and, you know, be there for one another, you know, how it should be in life.
Yeah, absolutely. That's I love your channel, man. I love hanging out.
I love it too. It's very similar to a lot of the channels that kind of follow us, Barry and Robert Springs, and they all kind of have this little this little niche that it's kind of like Southern. It's everybody's welcome, and then they all have their little thing. Like he plays games, and everybody else has their own little kind of side.
Barry hangs out in the woods.
Yeah, Barry is just
plays harmonica.
He was playing his harmonica that his brother left him, and
I love it.
Oh, that's what's up.
Gosh, I love it. It was fun. So here's the deal: we have a lot planned for 2025. All right. So look, you're new, a lot of new folks here, and let me just throw that one last time for you guys. You guys are now a part of the Summit Squad. There you go. Look, I know you guys are Nick's friends, Fatboy's friends, and you guys are here for him, but dude, come and hang out anytime you want. You want to be a part of the show. Starting next week, we are going into we're leaving food out of 2024. We're moving into video games starting 2025. We do video games for 2 months. We'll do music for 2 months. We'll do movies and TV for 2 months. We'll do nostalgia for 2 months. We do sports for 2 months, and back to food to finish off 2025. This is our third year. We just broke 1,000. We're hoping to hit those watch hours. We got tons of playlists. Go share and watch and play those things in the background for us. We're trying to hit those things so we can stop worrying about that and really go and do what God's got us to do, and that is to share the love with as many people as we can. We're not a Christian channel, but we're not a Christian channel, and we love Jesus. We love people, and welcome to being a part of this family. We usually have a pretty good group. We are moving to Thursdays. All in 2025, unless there's a hiccup with a host or us, we'll move it to a Friday again. But we had it the other way around where it was all Fridays and we were moving to Thursdays. Now we're at Thursdays and we'll move to Fridays. Thursday just seems to work better for us. Works better with our sports schedules, our church schedules, our family schedules, so many things. So we'll be picking that up. Again, reminders on our front page. It's all of our guest hosts. Go follow all of them. Go sub them all. Down here below, as you can see, is all of our channels. I gave you all the stats, but go and follow all of them. We are big in Instagram's our favorite place to be right now. That and Facebook group. We go live on Twitch and we go live on Facebook every Thursday along with YouTube. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being a part of this. Go follow all the people in the Culture Box. That's our Christian friends that do all nerdy culture, pop culture things. See us at the conventions in 2025. There's a whole lot of things coming up. We've got people already wanting to jump on. If you want to jump on our show, DM us on Instagram or Facebook. That's the best way. You can email us at rushmoreshow@gmail.com, which that is all down here below as well. And we'll send you a primer. We'll get you set up and figure out what you want to do. You get to pick the topic as long as it's within the subgenre. So, Andy, It's time, man. It's time to ring in the new year. What you doing for New Year's, Andy? What you doing? You going to bed? You already told me.
I'm going to bed early. No, we hang out. We'll hang out. But my kids can't hang. If they can't hang, there's really no point in me just staying up.
Yeah, your kids. Listen, I'm gonna just share this with you guys. Andy's got 3 kids. Them jokers are to bed before it's dark. My kids are to bed when are trying to go to bed when the sun's coming up.
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
When they're ready to go to bed, they're ready to go to bed, and I love that. We've instilled that.
My whole family is going to the Zach Brown Band concert, bringing in the new year. So we'll be at the concert, counting down. So
that's all. That's so awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's time to tell our friends good night. Thank you to all our new friends. Thank you, Bryce, Charlie, Barry, Fatboys, Hammy, DJ Red, Rob's Retro Gaming,
my mama,
Gamer,
Miss Roxanne,
Dave's Gaming Galaxy, and everybody else that might be way up in the beginning. Cherokee Girl, Yoda. Thank you to all of you guys for being a part of this, making this thing so
Omar.
awesome. Omar and Farhan. Tell everybody good night, Andy. It's time.
Well, before I say good night, can I give you a fact that's going to ruin your day? Do you know that when you're ringing in Zach Brown, man, and the clock strikes midnight, then the year 2050 will be just as close to us as the year 2000. All right, well, let's say good night like we always do. This is the Rushmore Show, where it's all about your top 4
and no more. Did I do it right? Peace.
Oh my gosh, I have to put the
outro on.
Give me a second to put the outro on.